live. So,
All
the broadcast is live
now.
now.
We must be live.
We have forgotten how this works. So there was no countdown. So sorry about that. But as
we're counting up. Opening 1, 2, 3. Sorry.
But as you know from our past 11 years, it wouldn't be a one more page anything if there weren't some, shenanigans is the right word.
I can't see the comments. I'm going to toggle it over.
No. Lily's upset because she cannot see any comments if anybody makes.
I heard a comment come in, and I don't know what it was, but I can't.
I can keep an eye on comments.
I think you heard my phone.
Michelle says
update. It was certainly Amber's phone.
There is a heart.
Michelle.
Michelle says heart. Yay, thanks, Michelle.
So anyway, thank you. This is 11 years for us. 11 years tomorrow. Yay! Oh. And so if anyone saw my Facebook post today, you saw what the store looked like when we first took possession of it, which it was all orange.
Like bad orange.
Bad orange, hostile orange, as my friend would say.
Hostile orange, yes.
Which you still find every once in a while under something. But yeah, it was orange, and it was a food place, and now it's this glorious bookstore with these awesome people who work here and awesome people who come here. And one of the things that people tell me is like the best about One More Page are the people that work here. So I hear the stories about when they come to work here, but I don't know what actually brought them to come and work here. So I thought it would be fun for us all to share our first time at One More Page. And I could start with Rosie, because I know she has it in her head.
Yes. My very first time at the bookstore was Independent Bookstore Day 2016, not 2019, 2016. And I walked in here, and of course, because it was Indie Bookstore Day, it was totally chaos. And
did we have a bookseller bake-off?
No, I don't think so.
Amanda, what happened with that?
But it was loud, and there was a lot of energy, and you guys were just having so much fun and laughing, and probably were stressed out because it was Indie Bookstore Day, and now I know what that's like. But it seemed like a great group of people, and I just loved the atmosphere in here. And I think it was like a handful of days later that I emailed you and was like, "Can I please work there?"
Little did she know we lured her into our trap.
She stepped right into our web.
She hasn't been able to escape yet. What's your first time in the store?
I'm glad you
asked. As one of our, Lilia has been with us since day one, pre-day one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the first time I walked into the store, it was not open. And I think, so here's what I remember. There were boxes everywhere of like the original order from Baker and Taylor of like the first, like, here's your starter pack for a bookstore. Oh, wow. And there was Jean, the contractor, who I believe was telling Eileen that she had to move the door to the bathroom over like some number of inches. And Eileen was like, "Are you kidding me?" And she seemed very upset. Understandably.
Did she say it in a less nice way than "Are you kidding me"?
I don't know. Well, they were like friends too, so like you might have said, "Are you kidding me?" But it was clear because you'd already had to do so many things, and like obviously you tried to open a little earlier than January, and there had just been so many
the year before
complications that she had encountered. So props Eileen for still opening the store, even though she had to move the door over.
And the water fountains.
And the water. That was the other thing. The water fountains.
Yeah.
So it looked really different, and now all those boxes are unpacked. That's not true, not all the boxes, but
there's always more boxes.
The books are on the shelves now instead, and the bathroom is very nice with a great door.
I remember my cousin telling me when all those boxes came that it was a good thing we did it then, because in a few more years we'd be too old to make.
Oh my gosh, you remember her saying that.
Because it's like, whatever, 100 boxes or 150 boxes that are weigh like 30 or 40 pounds each, and she and I moved them ourselves around the store.
Shout out to Tracy. She's been a One More Page employee in spirit, if not on WP.
What a trooper. Thank you, Tracy.
Yeah.
Thanks, Tracy.
All right, Amanda, let's hear your story.
Yeah, so I remember more interviewing with you, Eileen, than I do specifically the first time I was here, because I hadn't been here that much before I interviewed, because I got into the store because I was working with Rebecca Spees, who is not on this call, but you all know what she looks like. because we were working at a medieval tavern in Alexandria together as tavern wenches. Just if
Which
you were wondering.
prepares you to work at the bookstore.
Say it again.
I said that prepares you to work at the bookstore.
It's true. I had to, I wear just about as many corsets at one more page as I did there, sort of over the course of my time. So, but she had gotten the job, and I think like 2014 holiday season. And so I had told her when she got the job, I was like, if you please bring me in if you ever need anyone else there. And so I started working at the store like right around Thanksgiving in 2015. But the first time I came in, Rebecca like took me around and showed me the YA section, my fave, and she hand sold me Shadow and Bone, the first Grishaverse book.
Oh wow!
Which tells you both how long ago that was, and among other things. And it was great. I was like, this place is great. And I remember I got a voicemails from a special order that I ordered, telling me my book was in. And then I remember sitting down with Eileen in the corner on those big fluffy chairs and like stressing over my resume and making sure I put how many pounds I could lift in my resume because Spees did that. And I was like, that's a good idea. I'm going to do that. And I was like, yes. I'm like, oh, that was much easier than I thought perhaps it would be. And now it's my whole life.
If I recall correctly, you might have had something in there about your swordsmanship classes or something.
Probably. I mean, I was like 24. I didn't have a very big resume, so probably.
Yeah. That would have caught my attention. Not that we've needed to call upon that, but just, it's always good.
In case we ever need to defend the store.
Yeah.
We know that we can call on you and Speeds for that.
It's true.
You're certified.
Amber, how about you?
I think in order. I think my first time was actually Independent Bookstore Day as well, although I'm not sure the year. 2018, 2019. All I remember is Amanda like pounced. And
which we've never done again.
Yeah.
Whichever book it was I was looking for, you guys didn't have. And then I started telling her that there was this book and it had like stuff about like Sweet Valley High and all these books I read when I was a kid. And you ran to get it. So
that's a great book. It's on my shelf now.
Yes, it's on my shelf as well. And it's the first one you hand sold me of dozens now.
Dozens, please. Hundreds.
I think it must have been 2018. I think.
Yeah, just look up when that
must have been because you were here longer than Panic, weren't you?
Yeah. Then I think Sally is Sally next.
I think it's Sam.
think that's Sam.
Oh, sorry.
Sam, your hair is so
I
much
bleached my hair, so Sally and I do look similar now.
Well, we're far away, so I can't
far
see.
away.
So we're just squinting, trying to see who's there.
It is Sam next.
Yes.
Okay, Sam.
So I was doing some quick math when I was asked this question initially, and I think I realized that it must have been during the first year of the store because I remember being 13 or 14, and I'm 23 now.
Oh my God.
Because I came in.
Right?
Yeah, I came in for a call for an author event for a call with John Green because I was chronically 14 and obsessed with John Green books at the time. So me and all of my 14-year-old friends came and sat and listened to John Green's spiel. And then he said, "Do you have any questions?" And we said nothing. We were terrified. But Eileen asked a few questions, and I think Lelia might have been there asking a few questions, and then the call was over. But I remember, like, the next 30-ish minutes, just, like, hanging around the store and feeling all of the amazing vibes and meeting other nerdy 14-year-olds there and talking about how much we liked Sherlock and reading, and it was very of the time, and it's a very fond memory. And it's been an absolute joy to come back and learn so much more about the store and build relationships with all the other employees and the customers. So yeah, I'm super grateful for that this year.
I had forgotten about the John Green event until you mentioned that, I think, in your interview. And I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, I do remember that.
That was so cool.
Like one of the, just a nice little circle group, and he was very pleasant and lovely.
He was so nice.
Yeah.
Very cool. Thanks. That's so cool, Sam.
Jeremiah.
Hello. Okay, so, all right. I was thinking, so I live about 5 minutes away on foot. So when you guys opened, it was like an immediate destination. It was probably like around like 2011, 2012 when we would have went in for the first time. But like we went all the time. I know I would just usually like go to the classic section and just like sit there. That was just all I did. I don't think I talked to like any of you guys. I would just be like later. My mom would be talking to you and I'd be like, zoom. And I think probably the first spot I bought was probably like Portrait of the Artist as a Young Man or something. Like just something like that. I was like probably like 14. I was like, oh, James Joyce. Great book. And you guys would even let me write little stickers sometimes on like books. Like you guys still let me do that. I don't know why. But
we rewrite them ourselves sometimes now, Jeremiah, so they're legible.
Although I did write a new one the other day, and it's like kind of legible.
I was gonna say I saw it. I was like, I can actually read that.
Yeah. So we're getting there. They were not legible in the past. I don't know why you guys. I mean, I was very flattered, but I always wanted to work there, and I would always like bug Eileen, and Eileen was like, "You have to be 21," and I was like, "Darn it." Which
But then one day,
finally one day, I was actually like. I'd been 21 for a while, but I'd been doing other things. And I was like, wait a minute, I can work at the bookstore now. And then I was like, hey, Eileen, can I work at the bookstore? And she was like, okay, let's interview. And then I did. And then now I'm here.
That was
2019, early 2019, I think. Something like that. I think that tracks the math.
At least then, maybe a little bit earlier.
Yeah, it was either late 2018, early 2019.
Yeah,
because I just been like around.
There was a Small Business Saturday episode where you and Amanda, we had the thought of having a contest as to see which one of us could sell.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never.
I know what I have to we should talk about. This is my idea. It was my fault.
And it was people did literally kind of jump on you when you walked in the door. Yeah. So, yeah.
Although,
we did both sell out.
Well, that contest may have been a mistake. I did win.
We both sold out.
I think did win though.
Or some. I blocked out that day.
It was there was a lot.
But I'm sure Amanda won.
I did. I would remember if I lost.
That was very close. I do remember that.
Yeah. We've decided now that our only competitiveness that we have in public will be our bookseller bake-offs. And we can't wait to do that again. Sally, you've been with us like forever. Remind me.
My first time in the store, I felt like I had come home. I remembered seeing the name of the store in the literary calendar, and I thought, what is this? So I went on your website, and it's like, oh my God, it's a real bookstore. It's an independent. Wow. So I got lost first time I tried to come to the store, but then I figured out how to get there. And having worked in an independent bookstore when I was in college and part-time when I was teaching and grad school, it was like coming home. And then at that time, you had such a tight staff. I think there were about 6, and I started hounding you immediately to hire me, and I started racking up a lot of points, a lot of discounts in the frequent buyers club, and I'd come in and buy books all the time and chocolate, and I came to wine tastings and the whole thing. So I was thrilled when Katie left and you had an opening, and I was hired Thanksgiving week of 2012. So it's been a great ride, except for the pre-vaccine a little over a year when I wasn't able to be in the store because of COVID. I've been there, 9 years plus. I've been employed there 9 years plus, and I love it. I love One More Page. It's so unique, and I'm just grateful that you hired me and that I got to come back after the lockdown period, and it's great.
That was thank you, Sally. I was going to say, I was thinking you were probably our longest tenured person after Lelia.
Yeah, now.
So one of the veterans of the store, but that was the pandemic difficult for, so many reasons, and what a change it was for us. And it was hard to like have some of the people who we're used to seeing all the time, like Trish and Sally and Jeremiah, who weren't, able to be in the store with us. In addition to not obviously seeing any of our customers or anything, but
thank God for
really
curbside pickup during that time.
We did a lot of waving at people.
Right.
You at least need to come in the garage.
And oh my gosh, I remember those cookies you brought us too, the Alexandria Bakery ones. Those were amazing.
Oh, Mary Beth's Bakery, great stuff.
Well, tomorrow we're gonna, do some book giveaways, and eat cookies and candy and stuff. And you may have noticed that we've been eating cookies. We're sampling them for tomorrow.
We just needed to make sure that they were good.
Yeah. So we would never, we're kind of like that with the chocolate and the wine too. We like to sample to make sure that we're getting good stuff out to you.
Absolutely.
I wanted to add, Anna couldn't be here, but she did send me her memory of the first time she came in.
Okay.
She said it was July.
She's got like a famous memory of the first time she came in. I feel like she has such a specific story.
Well, I don't have the whole story, so maybe you do. She told me it was July 2015 to buy a copy of the Scorpio races.
Oh, yeah. So I can tell you another time she came into the store. It happened to be when we were doing a party, and it was just like Madhouse. It was for one of J.K. Rowling's books.
It was the Cursed Child release party.
Yes. And so we were doing all kinds of things, and it just was really crowded. And she spoke to me a few times, and she just was very, if you know Anna, she's very effervescent and, usually got a tulle skirt on. Yeah. And she ended up being on a trivia contest with two of our folks who are now Patreon members.
Oh, yes.
The Fugates. And they, it's funny because I felt like we didn't have as much of a connection with them as I would have thought. And then once, we realized that they had been on the team with Anna, all of a sudden, I think they felt more comfortable with us and our wackiness. And now, they've become such good friends of ours. And Rebecca told us her story, and I'm trying to remember it now.
Oh, I can't remember what her story was.
No, she said that she was in like a 10-minute parking spot and ran inside, and I'm trying to remember who. Oh, Amber Steele was working, and she was like, "I need the third book in the Shadow and Bone series. Quick, I'm in a 10-minute parking spot," and that was her first time.
So it's going to make a really big impression upon her. I think more she came to work because of you.
Oh yeah, but then that happened outside the store, because if you don't know, Rebecca is married to my cousin now. At the time they were not married, but we went on a family trip together. And I think that was the first time I really met her, because they'd been in college, and so they weren't she wasn't around. And then I finally met her, and we went and we traveled internationally together, and she was talking about how dissatisfied she was with her previously discussed wench job at the medieval tavern.
It was terrible. We were both miserable, but we found each other.
And if you also don't know, fun fact about Rebecca Spies, she was on Jeopardy. She's very, very smart. And so I was obviously, hey, what if you came and worked at the bookstore? Just an idea, just put it out there. And that's how we got her. And then bonus Amanda. So really worked out.
It's, One More Page is a little bit of a family kind of business, at least for me. They're not here on the video with us, but two of my nephews, Colin has worked here. Neil is still working here, helping us with all of our website and computer and many, many other things. My niece, Eileen, has worked here and hopefully will come back again. Lily
was
here.
So great for like that one beautiful summer we had her.
Yes,
what a great summer. We miss you, Lily.
So whenever we're having any kind of staffing crisis, I'm asked if I have any other family members that can come and work at the store, because we just sort of expect that.
Yeah.
And Tracy is sort of an unpaid employee.
I know. Yeah, we have. My staff. My family. They do a lot of. I think she did all of our Christmas wrapping last year. So if you got a gift wrapped item that you ordered online in 2020, my cousin probably wrapped it for you. Trish was not able to be with us. Trish had visited the store. Trish worked at another bookstore in Old Town, and I think I lured her away. I think that was like a little bit of a process where I would kind of just,
you set the stage,
set the stage and sort of say how much I would love to work with her.
The groundwork, and you were just like,
yeah. And so then when the opportunity presented itself, we hired Trish, and as Sally mentioned, Katie Franson was on our original staff. Lisa Chavez,
legends, truly.
Yes, Jill Barris has worked with us, and she still would come back in and fill in all the time for Novatine when we needed help.
She's a real pinch hitter.
Yeah, she was. Katie Franson's sister Ellen, who, if you ever hear the stories about Barack Obama coming to the store, Ellen Franson is in the pictures because everybody wanted to work the late shift that day. Now everyone just wants to be there all the time, but
you never know.
And Katie just couldn't believe that her sister was here when Barack Obama came and not her. And I just want to say we are open for any visits from the Obamas.
Oh yeah,
or the Bidens or the Harrises.
If any of them are watching and want to come by,
feel free.
And the Bidens, I'm sure we'd love to have them.
Yes, I said the Harrises. We're open.
Pretty.
Yeah.
We've got our Bruce Springsteen cutout. Yeah. They can do a photo op with them.
Keeps scaring people.
He really does alarm them. He's too realistic.
Yeah.
There he is.
Bruce, but I did learn because of the Bruce cutout that a customer grew up like 2 streets away from my mom the other day.
Oh, really?
This is a conversation that happened. Yeah. We talked about Bruce and we found out like right across like down Sycamore Avenue.
And please, everyone, if you come in, this is Bruce Springsteen. Don't ask us who this is. And if we say Bruce Springsteen, don't say, who is that? Because we will judge you. We do love Bruce. We kind of, as you may know, we alternate who is our person here, our guardian, and it's Bruce for now. So anyway,
we just longest tenured guardian though.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda's raising her hand. Sorry.
Yes,
Amanda.
I wanted to quickly shout out some of our other guardians before we leave, which are amazing customers, many of whom are commenting on the stream right now.
I'm sorry, we can't see that. Sorry, you do it.
That's why I'm doing this.
Thank you.
But we have comments from Michelle Waters, Jennifer Lawrence, Peter Arlsberger, Corey Ripka, Joan Schrager, Ellen Crosby. Plus we've got, hundreds of other amazing customers who have kept us going through these last few years and the time before that and the time after that. So we love you guys. And for those who are also disappointed to miss Obama, like Ellen Crosby, I was too, if that helps. So
retroactively.
I have not had
one except Eileen here is sad. Yeah, did I point the right way?
I just was gonna say, and I've never had trouble getting people to work on Small Business Saturday since then.
Yeah, that was the biggest contribution. Also, Ellen wants to know where One More Roomba is. Roomba is not working right now, so we're not gonna bring in unpaid Roomba labor during his non-times.
Yeah,
Roomba's having a hard time with all the salt. I think. So, they're taking a little nap.
And random post-it notes that
Yeah, Roomba, it's alternately very aggressive about trying to suck stuff up and then not. So it's
just like us.
Exactly. It struggles just like we are. But anyway, we wanted to, talk with you guys and tell you a little bit about our One More Page experiences. And, like I said, I'm so glad Amanda read some of your names because it has been a blast. You guys are a blast. We love it. And Ellen and Jen both know that they could tell you stories about how I also lured them.
Yeah.
Here, I have an appropriate post-it note. I have an appropriate post-it note that actually came in a package that I got from OMP today, but it applies to how we feel about our customers. We love you. Love OMP.
Yeah, I have to say that that's another thing is 11 years really brings you a lot of amazing people that come in and out of the store. So even the ones who moved away, Wallace, we still get emails from Wallace sometimes who lives out in middle of the country.
Iowa, maybe.
Iowa. And Brian and so many cool people. So thank you to all of you we wouldn't be here without you literally. So
and awesome. if you're in the area tomorrow, there will be some cookies left. There's many more packages than what we've been sampling here, so don't worry about that. And I have boxes and boxes of awesome, only slightly damaged books. So come by, say hi, get a cookie, get a book.
Pose with Bruce.
Pose with Bruce. We'll take pictures. He's probably the one that we've had the most people taking pictures with.
That's a good point, yeah.
You know?
mean other than President Obama?
Other than President Obama, yes.
That's a good point, yeah.
But he was up for longer too.
That's true.
I think in time Bruce can catch up.
Yes, yeah.
Nobody is trying to steal Bruce the way they were trying to steal our cutout of
Pretty
Yes,
aggressive about
yes,
that, yeah.
yeah.
Not yet.
Many people have asked when we retire him if they could have him. So
No.
I was like, we're not gonna do that though.
I have had people ask, can they buy him from us? And I'm like, no.
But you can buy him
$5,000.
yourself.
Yeah. Like
So-
you too can be the proud owner of a Bruce Springsteen cardboard cutout on the internet. Comes with a mini one.
It does come with a mini one.
From the UK.
So thank you for just a great 11 years, and I'm not going to say 11 more. That seems so long, but many more.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going to not say that.
Feeling 22. Sorry.
No, this is 22.
No,
Oh,
22.
22.
11 plus 11 would be 22.
Okay,
We would
now
be feeling 22
now
at the
we
store.
know it's time, and we did not have anything to drink. We discussed it,
We did
but
talk
we
about it.
didn't. It's all
were
fueled,
tempted.
by sugar.
Yeah.
So, all right, Amber, take us out, man.
all right, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Happy anniversary.
Happy
Yes,
anniversary.
Eileen, for starting a great bookstore.